Man, this is really weird. If you've been following the news, and it's kind of hard not to follow the news because the news is literally everywhere, it saturates the world. There's no way you haven't seen Boeing in the news for all kinds of stuff, man. And when I see that stuff, I just think back to Airframe. Because when Airframe was written, it did a pretty good job of documenting the way these kind of investigations work, the way the FAA works, that kind of stuff, the kind of reliability that airplanes are supposed to have. And now, if you go look, well, I was going to pull up like some of the Boeing airplanes, like Boeing Door. Here, let me look that up real quick. Door. So if you go look up Boeing in the news, right, you see stuff like this. There's also this strike that they're about to have, but they had the lost door plug. And then you start digging into what happened in that situation. It's like, well, the guy who's supposed to work on that part was not there that day. Oh, the guy who was supposed to do this thing wasn't there that day. Somebody else signed off on the work or anything like that. And it seems really crazy to me. Boeing has over the last 25 years or so since they bought McDonnell Douglas. Okay, that's actually a funny thing too, because Boeing didn't really buy McDonnell Douglas so much as McDonnell Douglas bought Boeing with Boeing's own money. Big business is weird. But all the stuff they talked about in Airframe, about the safety systems, about the part tracking, it's like every bolt, every nut, every little piece of the plane actually has a piece of paper that shows its entire history of maintenance. It's crazy how much paper. I guess these days it's not paper, it's probably all electronic, but there's a paper trail for all the work that goes on a plane. And that includes planes that are live and in use now, not just brand new ones. So the fact that somebody can ship a plane part, or a whole plane, I guess, that's missing pieces, that's missing bolts, because the guy who's supposed to do that work wasn't there that day because he was on vacation, and he's the only guy that is like qualified, certified, whatever the right word is, to do that work. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So having just read Airframe, what was that, like the start of the year, and seeing all this stuff about Boeing, their 737 MAX, going back to, what was it, like 2 years ago, they had the batteries catching fire inside of the plane, like inside of the wings and stuff. It just kind of blows my mind at how far in quality things have fallen since this book was written in, what was it, like late 80s, 1988 or something. Yeah, thanks for not putting the date right there. Is it on the next page over? Let me find the freak. Is it on the back? No, of course it's not on the back. Cover printed in the USA though. Well, that's nice. Okay, 1996. So just shy of 30 years. In just shy of 30 years, we've gone from the state of, well, we can diagnose exactly what's wrong with the plane to, well, we don't know which planes are any good. That's crazy. This is such like a tent pole or a marker in the ground or whatever language you like about how things are supposed to be in aviation that when I come over here and I look at the news, it just seems crazy. It absolutely just seems crazy to me. Yeah, so this isn't really so much like a commentary about Airframe, except what a great book, what a great bringer of knowledge. The procedures, all that kind of stuff in here are so well documented. I feel like I learned a ton from this book. I might want to give it a try just for that reason. What did I pay, like $2 at Goodwill for this? It was worth it, man. I definitely got $2 worth of knowledge out of this book and a whole lot more entertainment on top of that besides. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great one, and bye-bye.